Hello and welcome to Access Paranormal. My name's Jamie Williams. Joining me in the studio as usual is my co-host Jonathan Sullivan.
Hello, Jamie.
We've also got a good friend of ours, Lee Arnold.
Hello, Jamie.
And also another good friend of ours, Lewis Hayes.
Hello, Jamie.
So tonight there's four of us in the studio. So this time we should have an intelligent conversation.
Wow, Lewis is here, so
Yeah, and Lee. Yeah. Anyway, last week's show was a cracker, wasn't it? With the first part of the Lomax.
Yeah.
And then this week's the second part.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, I've not heard it, to be honest with you.
No.
I've heard the first parts when we were looking at it and all that. Because, like, really, we've got, like, 5 hours of the show, so we've had to take some out, haven't we? Because it's just too big. But maybe when we do the YouTube channel, we might just add it all, put it all on, and see what happens there. So, what we're going to go on is, has anybody been watching? I say it every week, and I'm going to say it this week because what I want to do is the top 10 again.
All right, okay, yeah.
So heads up on that one. We'll do 5 now, and then we'll talk about the other 5 on the way through the show. So I'll go to you first, Jonathan. Have you seen anything on YouTube at all that you can know in the top 10 or what you can class as number 10?
Not off the top of my head.
Well, you're a good one, aren't you, eh?
I know.
What about you, Jonathan?
Well, you just
Lee. It started off.
I've watched a bit of Urban Explorers.
Oh, yeah.
I've been watching some of them local around here, like.
Can I just say something for the three of you?
Yeah.
This is a paranormal show.
Yeah, I know.
Urban Explorers are Urban Explorers. I know they do the ghost hunts, but start watching paranormal. That's me rant.
Can you?
Go on then, Lee. What were you saying?
I've watched some Urban Explorers,
Mm-hmm.
and I watched the one what you mentioned last time about the paranormies.
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
Have you watched that one?
Yes, watched that one.
The brand new one?
The new one.
What's it like?
Not bad at all. Enjoyed it.
Yeah. Because I haven't seen it yet, because it's over an hour long, isn't it? So,
Isn't just him on his own now?
No, there was one which was part 1 and part 2, which was Jordan on his own.
Yeah.
But the next two now, is it the next two of Jordan and Johnny, aren't they?
I've only watched one of them, so.
Right, okay. And the both of them are on this one?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So, and it looks, I think it's something to do with, was it Go Ghost Hunting with Us or something like that? I can't remember the title.
Yeah, I can't remember the title.
Yeah.
But yeah, something like that.
So did anything happen in that, what you think would be in the top 10?
I don't really want to give it away, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah. It's called the top 10 for a reason.
Yeah, well.
You give it away.
No, I'm not doing that.
You're not doing. That's not how it works, Lee.
Yeah, no, it's good. Interesting.
Yeah. What about you, Lewis?
It's not so much YouTube related, it's more Discovery Plus.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Me and Louise were watching Ghost Adventures again, and we were recapping from the earlier shows that we used to do. And there was one where they go to Paveglia, like it's like a deserted island now.
How did you remember that? The name?
Because I have a good memory, unlike you.
Fair enough.
We're carrying on. Like, there's talks of loads of demonic possession going on over there and whatnot for people who can and dare to go over there. And eventually he does get overtaken by this demon and whatnot, and it proper messes with all of them. But it's a very, very interesting episode, actually, to be fair. So I would recommend watching it.
I'll tell you what, because I threw you in at the deep end there with the top 10, because you usually give you the warning now, don't I? I'll give you the warning. So next week's show, we are going to do the top 10. I won't be cruel to you this week, because you're all looking at me going, So what we'll do is, we'll talk about different things anyway, but we'll do the top 10 next week. So apologies to the listeners that I've got 3. I won't repeat what I'm thinking about them, but anyway. But the Lomax, let's go back to the Lomax. Excuse me, show's on. Don't look at each other, look at me.
Did you watch anything on YouTube?
I certainly did.
What did you
What have you
watch?
watched, Jamie?
Well, technically it wasn't on YouTube,
Right,
but
go on then.
What was it on?
but it was on the same Fire Stick as the YouTube,
Yeah,
which they're next door to each other.
yeah. So what was
Right. It was Netflix
it? Yeah.
and it was I think it was a Chinese or Japanese program called We Are Dead. Oh no, we're dead.
Yeah.
And it's like a version of The Walking Dead,
Right.
but they're in a school. It's at the moment they're in a school,
Right.
and obviously they're all now what did he call them? Zombies.
Zombies, yeah.
So it wasn't paranormal then.
It's more horror, that, isn't it?
Gore.
It's paranormal, though, isn't it?
No.
No.
Zombies. No.
Because they're dead. They're just
No.
roaming around.
No.
They're still-
Listen. 3 against 1's a bit unfair, you know.
No, it makes a change,
But no, the actual thing is that Marie's watching it and she really enjoys it. And I'm the one, you know, when you're watching something like that, it's dubbed, obviously.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I've got to say, Marie picked up a point. She went, the acting is really good on it.
Yeah.
They're really good actors. But because it's dubbed, and it's like, I wouldn't say it was cheaply done, but there's some parts in it, you know, there's some parts in it where they've got like, you know, they're in the school uniform,
Mm.
and obviously the zombies have been biting them and everything else, and there's blood all over them, and that. And you can see where they've like put the blood on, and they've like it looks like they've got a sponge, you know, these sponges,
Right, okay, yeah.
and they put the sponges on the arms. You can actually see the shape.
Yeah.
And when I don't know whether it's me, and I'm into all the background or the things like that, you know, the continuity. And I went, you can tell where they put the sponges because you can see where they've dabbed it on it. And that to me puts me off watching part of it because of that. If you look beyond that, the acting is great and the story's all right. But if you three go to watch it, you'll start looking for these now.
Well, that's
And
what I'll be looking
I'm
for.
sure the listeners will be looking as well. And
Oh.
it starts, if you look at their arms, and I think it's the right arm, every single one of them's got the same blob on the arm, you know, where they must have gone like that, bump, 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 in rows. And then there's one who's got like 3 of them down his arm, and you can see where they've gone, bump, bump, bump. And it looks like, you know, on the computer you can get them little ants what go around, they call them the ants what go around the pictures and that.
Mm.
It looks like that down his arm.
Oh my god.
But don't take it away from the program itself, because the way they've done it and some of the special effects are really good on the makeup and everything. So
Yeah.
and the acting is really really good.
Oh, it's worth a
They
watch.
tend to be on that type of show.
It's worth watching. I mean, it's not my cup of tea, but
Yeah.
Marie's really into it. And she's it's only season 1, so it's
it
like
might
one of
get
them.
going.
Yeah,
go
yeah, it
on.
might get better as it
Yeah.
Mm.
gets into in about 10 years time.
Yeah. I'm waiting for Squid Game 2 to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That does-
Have
yeah.
you watched that Archive 81?
No,
That's just newly come on Netflix.
yeah,
It's to do with like a mystery of, like, it's like a cult, but you don't learn that straight away, but there's a cult involved in it.
yeah.
But this girl goes looking for a mum because she got given up for adoption when she was younger, and it's to do with this specific building called the Vissa building, and she goes in there searching for what happens, and it's like there's a chain of events that lead to all of this, but this dates back to like the 1990s, and
Yeah.
there's a guy that's there like looking on these tapes, but you learn why he's there and whatnot through the season.
Right.
It's quite interesting because
Is it paranormal?
kind of, but in a way it's not at the same time. It like because people are dead and whatnot, and
Yeah.
they go to like a different realm, and like
Mm.
there's a veil that gets torn and they have to go through and whatnot. But you learn that as you go along. So watch it if you please.
What's it on?
Netflix.
I'll tell you what we've been watching, and it's just not serious. It's one called Ghosts, and it's on BBC iPlayer.
Just like the sitcom.
Yeah, and they're in a house called Button House.
Yeah, I've seen one of them. I think.
Oh, watch it all. It's
Seen
fantastic. It's like you said. It's like a sitcom
Yeah.
with ghosts, and this couple buys well, she inherits it. Someone passes away, she inherits it and only move in. And although it's like it's the modern version of Rent a Ghost. If anybody remembers Rent a Ghost,
Yes.
it's like the modern version of that, and it's brilliant. We really enjoy it, and we're up to the last series at the moment.
Oh, good.
I think we've got 1 or 2 left to watch, but I love it.
Well,
Look at that.
there is something that I meant to look for it the other day. I can't remember the full name. It was one of these. There was a program on, and I think it was on Discovery. It's paranormal. It was on a farm
Yeah.
out in America. It was like I think there was 2 series done on it.
Right.
Haunted in the Heartlands or something like that.
No, it was something farm. Had farm in the name.
Yeah.
It's been going for a couple of years, but they brought a new one out, and it's something Fog Island or something.
Do you know we're going to have to do our homework, aren't we?
But it's not so much. How could I put it? It's not so much like a Ghost Adventures type of thing. It's more of what actually happened.
And that's on Netflix.
I think it's on Discovery.
Discovery Plus, or Discovery.
Just Discovery.
Right.
There's Farm in the name.
So,
is it?
yeah, Farm's in the name. That was a couple of years ago. That.
Can I just say something? Because we, in a few minutes' time, we're going to be going back to the paranormal invest we did at the Lomax. I got a video, as you know, from Greg.
Oh yeah.
And we're going back to this haunted house over in Norwich. We can't say where, we can't say when, we can't do nothing about that. Because it's just been sold. And we're going to go back for the last time. We've seen a video.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't seen it yet.
Right.
And we can't explain it at all, can we? With it's like a light anomaly. And it comes out the wall. It goes up over the banister. Bounces on the stair. And then shoots up into the air. You cannot explain it, can
Is
you?
it not funny that that's where we was talking about last week?
Yeah.
That
We
was
was,
the
yeah.
most active place in that house.
Yeah.
And then what happens?
What, on the stairs?
We get that, yeah. I'll tell you what, while we're talking, I'll show you the picture, the video. I'm just going to show it to Lewis because he came a little bit later than the show itself. So
It was
But-
just funny, wasn't it? That's what we were talking
that house is really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got the opportunity to go back in the next few weeks. And what we're going to do, because it's the last time anybody ever goes there, we're going to video it.
Yeah,
we're going to film it,
Yeah.
and we're going to video and film. That's the same thing anyway, isn't it?
No.
We're going to record it.
Yeah.
We're going to record audio for the show, which will go on at a later date.
Yeah.
Because we've got a few things happening at the moment.
Yeah.
Around the studio and the radio show and everything else. So when we get hold of that one and we have a look at that, when we get back there, I'm looking forward to that as well.
I think we'll get some really good evidence.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I'm
based on past
Well,
investigations.
Yeah.
if you
All the evidence that we've had from Greg himself.
yeah.
I think we're going to get something really good.
Some of the stuff he sent us has been brilliant. I know Lewis came last time with Louise to the house, and you really enjoyed that house, didn't you?
It was really good in there.
Yeah.
I did find the stairs in the hallway anyway. It was quite active.
Yeah. Well, we were saying that last week on the show. We were saying about the hallway and the stairs, and we were saying we concentrate a little bit more in that area.
Yeah, definitely.
Or we put cameras, cat balls, REM pods.
Well, we'll have to sort it with Greg so we can clear the kitchen bit and not use the kitchen as like the base room, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So we can actually use that for an invest.
Definitely.
Yeah, because that's the main area,
I think
isn't
that's
it?
the main active
Yeah.
area.
And I was saying to you last week, wasn't I? He's actually got quite a bit of the history of it now, and he's got some names, and he's got I think he said about 20 pages of information, and I'm really looking forward to getting hold of that and having a read of that.
Yeah.
But the video he sent us through, we only sent us it through an hour or so ago.
Yeah.
And it's really, really good. I'll ask him permission if we can put it on our Facebook page. I won't do anything without permission of anyone anyway.
Yeah.
But he's very approachable, isn't he? And very supportive of everything we do.
Is, yeah.
And after seeing that video, and I don't know when that was done. I think it was only either last night or the night before.
Was it? Yeah.
Yep. But what we're going to do now, just to change the subject again, we're going to go over to the Lomax, and this time we're going up. I think it was the middle room we go up into this time, and we do a little bit of an investigation up there with the Ghost Quest team and some of our guests. So what we'll do now is we'll sit down in the studio, put our feet up, and we'll go back to the Lomax. Yeah, go with the red light.
They're being pushed in the courtroom.
Okay.
You alright now?
Just so you know, I'm behind us. Headphones.
Well, it is cool because it's energy, isn't it? It's an energy that sounds in massive red. It's huge. And it just looks
We all stand still now.
Okay,
it was white.
just so you know, listen, Jamie Mathers, I'm behind us.
Right, stand still now. Let's just listen out just for a sec.
Somebody just whisper.
If you're over here to the corner of the room, can you come forward and let yourself be known to the people there? You've just pushed somebody. Try and do it again. Use our energies. There's a man over there with them now. Push in. Let's see how big you are. So that I won't get any more aggressive.
Can I just ask, is anybody whispering?
You just pick on what you think are vulnerable people. That's not nice. Go on then. Really go for it. Give them, really push them. Go on. Use all our energies and do it. Go on. Bet you can't, can you? It's got really black now, God. Come on, make a noise. Push one of them. Or run across the floor. Or show yourself to me now. Oh.
Just said you were going back.
come forward. Do that big flash. That was really, really good. Walk across the floor downstairs by the stage or bang the drum. Or walk amongst us up here. Oh, what's that? The bum. Walk amongst us up here. Come and talk to us. And you can use tapping or banging noises. 2 for yes and 1's for no.
What was that then?
No.
Has anybody heard that tapping twice over?
Is there someone in that corner?
No.
No, there isn't. There's somebody there on the fence.
Did you just tap that wall there?
Where? Can you do something? There's 4 people down the stage. You got Darren, Debbie, Emily, and Matty. So now you know who they are. Can you go and talk to one of them, or just gently push them? Introduce yourself to them. I'm sure you know Darren because he's here quite often. Go and say who you are to him.
Yeah, what's that for?
That was me again. I keep thinking I can see somebody over.
Over on by the door, yeah.
Yeah. Nobody standing over by that door?
Yeah.
I just put my torch on the step.
Yeah.
He's like keeping Jesus in, isn't he? So there, go there. Yeah, let's go again. Is he with you? No. Good, is he?
Are you angry? Tap twice for yes, 1's for no.
Use the glass to give assurance then. Got a yes and no. Use our energy to move the glass. Are you angry with us? Yes to me, no to Jill.
Oh, I've just seen something go floating across over there now. So come on, come forward now and talk to us. Make your noises, she bangs, she taps, walk on the floor, anything you like. Woman, what was that?
Excuse me.
No one over there. is there? Thank you. Can you do it again, please? Sorry for asking, but it's just confirmation, really. Does anybody taps anything over in that corner? Sorry? Which corner? Somebody what?
Saturday, that morning, that's a continent up and that. It's gone dark by that door again.
Yeah, it has, hasn't it?
Did you like it as a lively nightclub? With all the music and all the people and all the drink?
Oh yeah, it's got a license for the strippers. We still got the license? Carl,
Right?
still got the license for strippers to here.
So what's right?
Frank would tell us this was licensed for the strippers club.
Oh no, that's there's no license at all.
Sorry?
No license at all. This
No.
was cars and slippers, but no 103 on the road.
Oh, right.
You need license.
Oh well, back to paranormal. That's not a question. Yeah, I used to do.
Did you used to like the strippers?
What do you do? It's gone darker again by that door.
Can you try and make it go lighter, please?
Bill.
Can you stop
Is that
something?
you? Just take your slow chance, Liz.
It was just going right out there.
That sounded like glass or something.
Yeah, or plastic cover. Quite a lens cap. Yeah.
What was that?
You must have knocked it before.
You alright, Bill? You need him yet?
Sit down, Bill.
I was due to Jamie,
Yeah?
Shaver, when we came back over here for this second session,
Yeah.
I hope 50% on the phone.
Yeah.
That was stressed it off. Straight on life on the battery.
Seriously?
Seriously.
What?
Darren's phone at 50% on it's now down to 0.
Nothing, my phone's gone off. So I need to charge. 50% when it came here.
You sensing anything down there?
There you go.
You sensing anything down there?
That little bit towards the door. Jesus.
Do you want to have another quick break? Simon? Yeah, do you want to have a quick break? This one for a quarter of an hour and then we'll Yeah.
That's you might be talking or slow.
Really?
Want to do 5 more minutes? How much doing that?
Yeah, go on. Should we do some flow? So, Darren, you just want to do 10 more minutes because the Bill's
Right.
it's 5 to 12. Bill's battery's just drained in this one as well.
It's definitely the same way as well.
Sorry? Yeah, we'll do some midnight and we'll quick close to our break. Put them off.
So you're walking around in the shadows, sneaking, slimy toes, draining all batteries. Well, I think that's really clever, because I think it's boring. Try and do something a bit more positive to show that you're here. Draining people's batteries is a load of bull. It really is boring. I think you're slimy, sneaking around the shadows. I think you're a prize coward. Ooh, what was that? Prize coward.
Lights lost over there.
And I've seen that.
What, do that again for us? I've missed it again.
I think you're a prize coward for sneaking around the shadows. Because to me, you're not a gentleman, you're a nomad, you're worse than a peasant.
Oh, I'm not even and swear words.
Actually, I don't think they've been some swearing, to be honest.
No, don't wish yourself to go. Remember. No.
We keep seeing somebody by the door, shadow.
And all you can do, lights. Come on, get bored now. Move the glass. Or move the glass.
Is it because you want us to be angry, so you can be angry back? You're looking for an excuse?
I think
that?
I don't know, I heard the bad stuff.
not over in that corner. That all you can do? Come on. I think they're laughing at us.
I know you can do more.
Got the camera up now.
Draining the batteries, hooray. How clever is that? That is boring. So you drain the batteries, sneak around in the shadows and then drain everybody's energy. Is that your game?
Well, come and move the glass to answer us. You're too scared to come towards the glass? Too scared to talk to us? Or are you just bored? We beneath you? Is that what it is? Do you not like the girls asking you questions? Use the glass to me for yes or no, suggest.
To me, it's gone darker.
Mm.
Who said yeah? No. Hey, what made you say yeah like that?
What's a postmaster general? Are you a postmaster general? Are you a postmaster general? Or just a clerk, split, farm?
Who's yours?
Did you sew mailbags? Were you a stripper?
You're definitely lost shadow. It was just a lady down the corner. Yeah, just moved. It moved because you walked in. Oh, right.
It moved on its own.
It's all right. It's funny because I was sitting next to Jamie Collins and I
Yeah, nice. If that was you, do it again. It's a bit more exciting anyway. Please, I'm being nice now.
What's more scary? This being nice or this being
It's not normal, is it?
Don't you think he's got aggressive. She can actually be nice. Once she's being nice, you will be killed.
Move the chair. Run round the room. Alright. Well, thank you for that.
No, someone will say I'm sorry, don't be.
Is that your effect in jail? Nobody's the boss for it. You're in front of that. Thank you. Go on, keep moving. No. Are you in front of us? Is it the man who keeps walking around the room? What was that then? Excuse me. Do you have a whisker? I thought it was a little well, smells like a growl or anything like that.
That would be something.
Yeah.
Must have been sandwich up and it was.
Go on, let you move the glass. Move to me, yes. Where's the second one down there?
You calm down. Nobody else.
Is there someone in the corner over there? No.
Why can you see somebody in the corner?
Oh, looks like someone's over there and someone's over there.
No. There's someone standing on the stage.
This down, there's two shit on the stage.
There's nobody over there. Maybe go.
I thought there was someone back in the stage.
No, what do you say?
You don't want to talk to us anymore? You had enough? You beneath you? No, it's moving. Yes. Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Why? Why are we beneath you? Is it because we're ladies? Is that why it is? You don't like ladies? Yeah. Oh, well, that's not very nice, is it? Really? Did you work here? Did you work here now? Did you used to watch the strippers, you dirty old man? Yeah, I think you are as well. You don't like women. That also go for stripping. Oh, wish you were Ben? Would you wish you was? Did you use the ladies to make money? I think you must have. You don't like women. Do you mean us harm? Do you mind talking to us? Thank you. I don't mean any harm, I just want to be okay.
Something just walked past here.
That's all right, thank you. We're just being nosy. been definitely flying around there.
Where?
Just here back there could be me, yeah.
There's no bats in here.
Just here there and definitely flying around.
I'm scared people.
It was like a little grey light. Did you see it, Jen? Like you thought it was someone moving. It was almost lying there and stuff.
I just see it all down
It was up here. It was like kind of where the entrance
Nice to
was.
find out you
It was there. I just saw it. It was as clear.
Did you go past you down?
No, this is like 5 minutes. I'll see something down here towards where the sound box is.
It was just, see where you used to be sitting there, it was like above your heads and it was just like going like there. It went like, it looked like a...
There it is. Oh, God, that's your
Is that
hand.
your
That's your
hand?
hand.
Oh, well, it is.
Right, so, well, the thing is, if you see people, wouldn't you? You kept quiet on that one, didn't you?
I've just seen something there. Yeah. It's in the island. That's very nice. Yeah, like, where you used to. Yeah, it's like right in there. It is.
No, what's his hand? What's his hand?
Can't even see the
Yeah, it's his
Oh,
hand.
yeah, okay. I can't see you right now. You can tell what's
At least we were dancing and all, but anyway, it wasn't his hand because he did in the hell on. At least you know what it is now, so. You know,
What was that?
is it a... Oh,
No,
what's it?
yeah, it's like twinkling, moving thing or something.
Wasn't that better than the right hand corner, was it?
Might have been, I don't know. Go on, move it. Is that energy? I think you're too weak to talk to us. Big strong man like you, who hates women. You can't even move a glass. Did you prefer men? Did you prefer men? Just like the boys. That why I sat next to Michael before. Did you like the boys instead of girls? Things that women aren't good enough. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Is that why you sat next to Michael before? Do you like Michael? Does Michael remind you of you when you were younger? Does that make sense?
It's just another thing.
Do you like Michael? Do you like the younger boys then? Is that what it is? I've just put some fish back.
You can't believe this.
Just
Oh,
like
what's
it.
the and now we go right straight down to the... Yeah. That's going to be connected to YouTube. Also, top rating YouTube. That's what somebody just said. We're going to do.
That's again.
That's Mrs. First name, Judy.
That's what I've just said.
Oh, wait on. The name, sorry.
Some cap ourselves to WCS. Ask him, was he a man of the clock? Was you a man of the clock? Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. What was he doing here?
Who's a stripper club?
Now, boys, then. Did you come to this building quite often? Yeah, yeah. Thank you. When you came here, was it a place of work?
worship here.
Was he against the strip club?
Was you against the strip club? No.
That's true.
Go on, use our name. Go on.
Been dressed as a priest.
That's what he said, Father.
Oh, do you not approve of us doing this? Go on, try and do that. Use our name. Come on, you can just move it to yes. You do the opposite way, that's a no. Bring it towards me. Do you not approve of what we're doing here tonight? Do you like talking to us? Do you miss not being able to talk to others?
Yeah, it's 12:05.
Okay,
Thank you.
quickly.
Thank you very much.
If you'd like to join our Facebook community, why not search for Access Paranormal Radio Podcast? There's always something very spooky going on the Access Paranormal Facebook page.
So that's the first part of our. Well, it's not. It's our second part, isn't it? Really, of the trip to the Lomax here,
Yeah.
and that brings back so many memories, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, and
Brilliant.
there'll be a little bit more. The last part, the very last part, will be on in a few minutes' time. So what we're going to do is, you found some information, haven't you, Jonathan? We were talking about things what were on YouTube, and we ended up going to Netflix because not one of yous did anything about the top 10. So just saying. Just saying, Lee.
So I found it anyway.
Yeah.
And it seems it's on the History Channel.
Yeah.
This way I've seen it. And it's the case of Skinwalker Ranch.
Right.
Paranormal hotbed out in Utah, in USA.
Mm-hmm.
It's also they've had sightings of UFOs there as well. So it's quite an active place.
Pretty hot spot then.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's more of like what's happened there in the past
Mm.
and how it's come to be like what it is now, really.
Yeah.
Rather than just invest like it's not like a normal like most and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Rather than them just going in and doing that, they actually talk about why it's like that, why it could be like that,
Yeah.
and then they will do some investigating.
Is it one program or is it like a series?
It's a series. It's had 2 series.
Yeah.
But there's I seen this on it was on a forum the other day, on another program that I watch, which isn't paranormal related. So that's the case of Oak Island, the treasure hunting.
Yeah.
Because I've watched that for about 7 years now, and I've seen it advertised on there, and then it was in a forum. I forget what it is now. It's something like Fog Island or something like that. And people are saying to go and have a look at that because it looks really, really good, and that is paranormal. Really.
And that's on the History.
That'll be on History Channel.
Yeah.
So it's going to History, Discovery, one of them channels.
Right.
So we'll find out for definite next week.
Well, I don't know whether any views, but I think I was saying something about I watched the Ghost Adventures program a week or so ago, and I think it was one of the old ones, and he went to this like it was used to be a factory or something, but they turned it into a scary place where people can pay and get scared.
Oh, like Farmageddon.
Like Farmageddon, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what it's like over there. The whole factory is the thing, yeah.
Museum, isn't it?
Sorry?
That's this haunted
No.
museum, isn't
No.
It was like a factory, but on the only way I remember it now is it had like a tower on it.
It's a bit like
And on-
Armageddon.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
And on the tower it said 666, not 999, 666.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
And they went in there, and things were happening in there and all that lot. And I watched the whole thing, and it was good. It was interesting and everything else. But then I thought to myself, this place is set up to frighten people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could it be that there's audio in the walls and it's not been switched off or things like that? And don't get me wrong, I like
Yeah.
Ghost Adventures and that, but
You wouldn't
I'd
know,
always
would
be
you?
a bit skeptic about going into a place like that, because you think, are they going to, is it to get people in?
There must still be things there, mustn't there? So
Well, it's funnily enough that you should say that, because Ghost Adventures have actually been into places where it's been bugged. Where they've actually
Have they?
They've actually found stuff in the walls. They found it behind, I don't know where they looked, but they found something. And there was another episode where somebody had faked all the activity that was going on.
Yeah.
There. They'd made it themselves, and they spray painted 666 on the wall and whatnot, and they'd actually faked it out.
Fair enough then. That says it all, doesn't it? I mean, I do like Ghost Adventures. I mean, I've watched that for quite a while.
yeah.
But I'm starting to YouTube everything now. I haven't been on I've been on the proper TV as well. But you find that there's so much on YouTube now. It's unbelievable.
There is.
Random Nautica.
And do you know? I did go to watch CJ.
CJ Faison.
Yeah, came up
Yeah.
on my YouTube.
Brilliant.
Put it on, and my internet's been playing up.
Weird.
TV went off.
You once you start watching him, he's really you end up becoming addicted to the way he does things.
Yeah.
There's one on now when he goes into these woods, the weather, it's snowing and everything else, and something happens that they're stuck in the woods.
Oh, right, okay.
I've only seen the previews of it. I've not watched the whole thing yet, and I
Yeah.
keep thinking I'm going to watch that. But like I said to you the other week, we've got so much going on in work at the moment with different things that I haven't had a chance to go home, sit down and relax and watch anything.
Yeah.
I will do soon, because it'll all be over and sorted with, and then I can sit and be more relaxed.
What else? There's a sort of Proven Demons.
Yeah.
Andrew, he's got a new one out.
Is that the
Came out
one?
last night?
Oh right.
New one, yeah, brand new. One.
Well, I haven't seen this for a couple of weeks neither. But there's one where he turns into his eyes go white or something, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
So I want to get back watching him.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
He's with his girlfriend, isn't he?
Yeah, Kaylee.
Yeah. So I mean, we were talking about urban explorers before, weren't we?
Yeah.
And you've been watching the Urban Explorers.
Yeah.
Have you not noticed that they do quite a lot? Sometimes they do go into the paranormal as well when they're in there.
Yes. Yeah. The one I was watching last night when I got home.
Yeah.
Well, should I say this? Yeah.
This morning.
Today.
Yeah. They were doing a bit of both.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of them moving into it, isn't it? They'll do the little explorer and then they'll do a bit of paranormal on the end.
Which you don't mind that, do you?
You don't.
No,
It's a
no.
bit of both, isn't it? So
Yeah.
Definitely.
it's a bit of history, a bit of explore and a
Yeah.
bit of paranormal all thrown in one.
Well, that's why I've got into them. And you were saying there's Urban Explorers in St Helens.
Yeah, that's the one I've been watching.
Yeah.
It's really good.
So they're on YouTube as well.
On YouTube, yeah.
Well, do you know what? Do they do any invests, or do they just YouTube? Do
I
just
don't
do the
know.
airbags?
I couldn't tell you.
I think they're just airbags, aren't they?
Yeah.
Are they?
I think so.
Yeah.
Right.
Whereabouts in St Helens did
I think, Jamie,
Don't know.
I'm sure they're the ones that came here.
Is that who it is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It might be weird.
When Claire was here? Was it that night?
Yes, I know when you're talking about now.
Do you know
Claire
what I mean?
from Momo's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get in touch with them and ask them have they had any paranormal experiences and get them in and interview them.
Yeah.
The local lads.
They've done Crank Caverns as well.
Yeah, Crank.
Yeah.
They've gone underground
Yeah,
in
they've
St.
done
Helens.
underground
Right.
one. That's what I watched last night.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, things like that I like.
It was good because they were.
We'll put that on for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Because there's a group in tonight, isn't there? So
Yeah.
we're just having some fun here, aren't we? And just getting things done and getting out the way the paranormal group. So when we finish this, we'll sit back and we'll have a look at it and see what it's like. Yeah. So in a few minutes' time, we're going to go back to the Lomax again for the final part of the investigation, which is a shame, really, because it's like I keep saying, it's sad that it's like got to that point where we've got to go. We can't go back there.
I know. So
But-
I used to love it.
Yeah, but listening back on it brings back the memories because I'd forgotten. And sorry, Lee, you haven't been there, haven't you? But
No.
we've forgotten what it was like until we started talking about
I know.
the layout of the building and everything else.
Yeah.
I mean, we just loved going there, didn't we?
Yeah. Brilliant.
It's a shame you didn't know neither. You were
Wasn't
probably
it-
only a
there was
baby.
a room next to the stage as well, wasn't there?
That's right. It looked like a little cave.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, there was one there.
Yeah.
And then there was one at the top of the stairs as you go into the loft. There was one on the right there.
Yeah.
Well, tell you what, we're going to go back now to the Lomax, and this is the final part of our journey into the Lomax in Liverpool.
Get yourself sat. Don't go standing by anywhere that you're going to fall back into. Yeah.
Well, we'd be talking to you
See
instead
this?
of.
Girls, if you see this here, this brown thing, it's leather, it's soft leather. You could put it down there and sit on it. couldn't you?
Let the elderly sit on the chairs. Let the elderly sit on the chairs.
I'm the oldest here.
Hey, you know, so there's a video of him. You look at TV, yeah? You know what I'm like.
You mind your step there, okay? Hun? Just be careful, we don't want you falling.
Yeah, just don't step into it. If you do, should you come back and tell us if there's anything there?
Oh, what?
Let the young sit down as well.
Just
Wouldn't sit on it. Full of dust and everything.
That's it, Jake.
Are you alright over there? You lot? Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't go runging off from your spot.
Stacy, my hands for years.
And there's the moon coming through the sky.
Ooh, there we go. How cool. It's like twilight in here, you know, twilight
Yeah,
zone, isn't it?
Then shiny touch, look at this.
I've seen it, yeah, I've seen that.
Oh, okay.
It's really good.
Sit down.
Right, but take deep breaths. Deep breaths.
Take that touch down.
If you've got any spirit people in this room with us now, I'd like to tell you we've come with love and respect. Would you like to come forward and let us know you're here? I'm getting terrible pain right on above my right eye here. Terrible pain.
I'm not going to limp to me. I don't mean this in a nasty way at all.
They're not
She just
big.
looks like there's like a really scary kind of skull.
Yeah, she does. That's
Yeah.
bad. I don't like it.
I don't mean that in a weird
No,
way,
no.
when you've just completely changed.
Yeah, I feel a bit strange.
Upside down, you said next to John.
That's easy for him to say, isn't it?
Hey, where's Jane?
She must have stayed down.
Just a quick one. Have you seen Mark Rosney? Mark Rosney, if you've not heard of him, is absolutely superb with paranormal stuff. Very intelligent fella. And he put on Facebook today, he said, I went out today and he said, I'm getting like a complexion. He said, all these birds kept saying Mark, you know, they called him Mark, 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 like that. And he said it was just really weird going past him. It sounds like they were all shouting at him, you know. He said, I took my wife out and he said, he never said a word. I just put underneath it. It's because it's hard to say Michelle, so he didn't want to be ignorant. Back to the real world.
Yeah,
Or
right,
the
come on, let's get real
Takes
here.
you out to listen to. Mark.
Yeah, I'm getting that again. I've got terrible pain all down the right side now. I'm picking up on something here.
So we should go to walkie so we can contact them down
Yeah,
there.
yeah. It's the last time I was in this room, there was a black entity that flew,
Down here.
and it came through here, through the back there, and it went downstairs, and within a minute, one of the chairs downstairs flew across the room. I thought that was quite interesting.
Where was I?
And then the lower floor.
Oh, did we radio up and say, has anybody just done something?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I had my old group with me, didn't I?
Mm. Looks like we're going to tell a story now, the three girls.
Right then, if we all quiet for a little minute. Right, have we got any spirit people in here with us now? Could you please come forward and let us know that you're here with us, please? We know you're in your space, but come and speak to one of us in this room. I just seen a flash go across that ceiling there. If that's you, could you do that again, please?
Is that Emily?
Yeah.
You got your hands over your face?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, Emily, did you say?
Yeah.
Right, I'm getting Emily, don't get freaked out. But I'm getting above you now. Rope.
No.
There's something hanging there.
There is something.
It's alright, Emily, it's just
There's
hanging above
something
you.
hanging. Hold on. Yeah, it
Say-
is.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
I can see something hanging down. And it look, the way it's hanging, it looks
It's
like
just
it's
going
going to the
down,
back of
Janet.
your neck.
It's not.
It is.
Why don't you just swap around, you two? No, that changed it, didn't it?
Could you come forward, please? Why don't you come over here and tap on these old sinks here at the back? Tap on them sinks for us, please.
Yeah, here's the tap, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was further back, wasn't it?
That was my fault.
That was your foot, right?
There's someone behind you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me. I'm just getting further away.
Could you use all our energies and come over here, and there's some broken glass here behind us on the floor. Could you make some of that move or crunch? Can you do that, or are you no good?
Whose phone was that? Hey?
Somebody's got the phone on, it's just left a message. I just seen something fly across there. Black. Did you see that?
Like, out of the corner of my eye, yeah.
Yeah. Come a bit closer, please. Come on. Let's see if you're brave enough to let us see what you look like. Show yourself to us. We've shown ourselves to you. Let's see if you're interested enough to talk to.
No,
I know you're flitting round in here because I can feel you, I can see you. Let's see if you can show yourself to these lovely people that's come over to see you tonight. tap on something? Once for yes, twice for no. Do we have more than one spirit with us in the room?
What goals?
Every time I ask a question, I'm getting queer answers like the seagulls, the buzzing off the phone. It comes in at the same time, doesn't it?
Copy the goals text.
Did you used to work here or did you used to live here? If you lived here,
Did you? Can I just ask? Good Emily, did one of you just mumble then?
No. I think we can only.
if you lived here, can you tap once on something, please? If you used to work here, could you tap once on something, please?
Ask that again. Because I thought I heard a very faint tap. No? Could be just me.
If you used to work here, could you tap on something once, please? Don't they go to sleep round here? I heard the click then, did you hear that?
So I missed it.
Could you do that again, please? So everybody can hear it. Simpsons film it.
Excluding the goals.
Why don't you come forward into the middle of the circle?
It's cold, isn't it?
Yeah, and you've got a rifle or something.
Waiting for us to go out because we've seen the news about the birds starting to eat us. And it's happening.
Told you.
Look at the news.
Mental. Well, they were dinosaurs, weren't they?
Because it's been on the news. There's pictures of them, isn't it, eating animals and that.
Yeah, well, the scavengers aren't they, if anything.
They haven't tried to spell quiet, obviously. They haven't tried my cooking.
If you're here with us now, could you come forward, please, into the circle? Touch one of the girls.
So it doesn't look moving like that there.
Yeah.
I've seen 3 black shapes.
A lot of stuff goes on in this room. Not good. When did you have the glass put in the roof?
That was here way before us, like, yeah.
It looks like he used to work up here, though, doesn't he? Because we've got this here. It looks like it was separated into a room and then there's the toilet down there.
Yeah.
That's a bit slow.
What's that? Look out, yeah.
I said last time when I was up here that I felt it was a holding area, like not like like a cell. If you know what I'm saying?
See, last time I was in here, we picked up on there was kids living up here in like a dormitory. So they'd have been working here because like kids were in work then, weren't they? At 13, 14, sometimes younger.
I just felt that people were kept here against the will
Yeah.
of some sort.
They were getting abused as well.
in like slave labour way.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah. It's just that's how I felt as soon as it came in last time.
Not them times, it was workhouses and what's where, you know. You'd have people staying here rather than go to a workhouse, wouldn't you, really?
What was we talking about before, Jamie? Lord Leverhulme.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He built all that place for his workers. He wasn't a good guy. He seemed to be a good guy. But you've got your workers living in your houses where you've built them on your estate so they can't be late, you can't have a day off, you're blackmailed with your home.
Yeah, they give it one and take it with you.
Yeah, and if you disbehave, you'll get punished, and there was punishment going on massively. You know, so it's all about blackmail and threats.
No, Darren, just think where you are with 3 girls. Have a look at the 3 girls and tell me what you think about the faces. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I mean
sad.
But they all look like they've got masks on.
Yeah.
You know them. You know, what are they called?
Arrow.
Yeah. They look. All 3 of them look like that.
Yeah. And they look like little children.
Yeah. It's really creepy, that.
Yes.
I don't mean that in a, it's just
pretty hard,
yeah.
no, you're just growing up, that's all.
Yeah.
Sorry?
But I'm not even big.
You're still growing up, aren't you?
No, last time the sink in the corner, the toilet up here, it's just all a little bit.
It's all
weird.
adding up, isn't it? Yeah.
And the age on that sink as well in the corner, it's
That's been here since the building.
Yeah.
God knows, and fireplace behind us as well.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, somebody's been living here, they've been living and working here, haven't they?
Before there was people getting stabbed with needles, wasn't there?
Yeah, that was on the chair.
Yeah.
But it's weird.
They
So
could have had these kids.
Oops.
You know,
You're right.
It was either spider or something such in your life. I don't know which one it was. I don't know which one's worse.
You know, those kids would have been sewing bags for the post office.
Yeah.
They'd have had them doing that.
Why all
They
those
do that when you go to jail, don't they? Or they used to.
Yeah.
Used to have you sewing
all the
bags
singer
of. Yeah.
things are there with the sewing
yeah.
Oh,
those frames, the singer the
Yeah,
sewing
we
machine
got them
frames.
downstairs as well, tabletops. I think
Yeah.
they were bought in actually by that was sculpted metal field. It was not to do with us, it was, I think it was from the people before us.
Yeah, I
Still,
remember that.
no offence, it doesn't really look.
Someone's at the goal converting this and thought, oh, I'm on it.
Yeah.
And
Who's just seen that light? Has anyone got a torch on downstairs?
That's the room sealed,
Really? The light's just come right away across the back there.
It must have been that room stuff.
You were getting close to it here. I think you find, girls, if you start getting close to something and getting the truth coming out, things start to happen. Big time, sometimes. Yeah, yeah. It's all getting down to the nitty gritty of it.
And you can't get car lights up here, either you're too high up,
Yeah,
aren't they?
there's no deflection, is there?
That was a really bright light going across the back.
Getting that bloody needle. Feeling again now in my side.
Right about to be sorry.
Just yeah, it's felt like
You had it in your side,
I had
didn't
it
you?
like where my love handle is.
Which one? Not
that's right.
That's a good one now, eh?
On my left.
You've got to write a song about
It's
that.
like the guy that's
Like-
pinching me,
yeah,
or
but
like
there.
pinching me with nails.
Oh, that's what my
It's exactly what I had. It's like if someone can show me
Jamie's got a 24.
Okay.
Their bag's gone off.
So you're going to pay for that, It's still been the work, right? It's all right.
What was that noise then over there?
Johnny slipping.
Anybody walking over there?
There's a lad there who's just said, did you slip?
Sniffed up.
Oh, sniff.
Are you going to come forward and let us see what you look like? If you've got any children in here, it's fine. We're not going to hurt you or beat you. We quite like children, actually. Come and sit with us here. Come over here and sit with these other children on the floor.
They look like three naughty kids, don't they? It's just the way you're sitting there. It's like we're judging who you are. Do you understand what I mean? It's really weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Can you do that again, please?
Can you touch all three of them? Let them all know you're here.
Did you hear that bird say no? Did you hear that?
That's what it
Was it
sounds
just
like,
me?
isn't it?
Salmon was in the frozen passion. What do you do?
Oh, I hope I don't sound like that.
Mark!
Do you notice?
Oh, what is going on?
Do you notice something when we start getting to it? It's a bit of a distraction.
Yeah. See, most spirits like you to be happy and jolly. You get more reactions off them. Because it's positivity, isn't it? Spirits get drawn to positivity.
Well, the worst thing though, we have got huge bad sense of humour, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got to have. Oh,
See that
who's
then?
seen that flash then?
Yeah.
Did you see that, John?
Yeah.
Is it the same as what I've seen before?
Just this side of the sky, like
Yeah.
down.
Here. Oh, thank you. Do that again. If you can.
There's nothing outside, it's all flashes and it is there. Flashes.
There's nothing out there
No.
that could have made that flash then.
Oh, there's a goal with the torch.
He's joined in the conversation up to now, hasn't he?
So have you got a torch?
I
No.
can't understand why they're still out at this time of the night. They should be
Seems to be
asleep.
lately, they seem to be going mad after 12 o'clock. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but
It's weird,
the
isn't
last
it?
few weeks they've been going after.
It's because everyone leaves food on the floor after they've been out.
Yeah, that's true.
Are you from Liverpool, man?
food?
Yeah.
Right. Who what?
Who leaves food?
What's food? Come on, kids, come forward. Come and say hello. We can play games if you want. Would you like to play games?
Whose phone's that?
Whose is it? It's alright, we're not going to shout at you.
Mine's off.
Mine's
Yeah,
off.
mine's not on there.
But it's got to be one of you, isn't it? Is it yours on the end? Have a check.
thought I'd turned it off.
Just check.
We've
We're not
actually had
shouting at you.
we've actually had phones turned back on again.
Yeah, we have.
I'm going to check mine just in case now.
It's funny if there's a little bit on
You're not
the
going to get in trouble or nothing. Just we need to know whose it is so we can ask you to try and stop it.
It is on.
Oh, it's the one on the
There
end.
you go.
Now you can tell a lot.
Hey.
Mine's not on there.
We'll get Darren to do because he's quite good with telling people off.
Voicemail and it would be a goal.
But we'll just tell you quickly, we were in Mill Street Barracks, must be a month or so ago, we were there, and this girl had a phone and she talked text, you know, the way she talks, type does it all for you. And anyway, she was getting all these things like German soldiers and all that lot coming through. And she said, I'm not doing nothing, it's just coming through on the phone. So I thought, well, we'll give that a go. We'll take the phone down into the cell and give it a go. Well, the day before, I was on the phone to I don't know whether you know Dave Murray. He's got the Glacier in Liverpool. We were talking about the car. We were talking about the cinema where I live in Highton called the Mayfair and that. Anyway, cut a long story short, whatever.
We
It's
know what
after
you
midnight,
mean.
isn't it? So we put the phone on there, and there was this other girl's not to do with me. I didn't use my phone. She put it on. We were calling out, and all this right started to write down the phone like this. Seriously, so we started reading it. What was
Thank
that?
you.
What was that?
What?
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Sounds like a creak of the wood.
It sounds like a chair.
Oh, it's
moving.
like
did, yeah.
a chair being moved.
So we started reading it.
Move a bit closer.
Be careful.
So what we done, we started reading it all, and it come up with Dave, telephone, car, and everything was what I'd said about it, you know, the day before. I was talking on the phone to this Dave and all this lot. Then it come up with Mayfair, cinema, Highton. Well, it was weird because it wasn't even my phone. If it was my phone, I'd say, well, you know, it's probably picked up on something. But it was this girl's phone who come from St Helens, and it was just coming through. And there was a lot more than that. That's only a short part of it, but there was a lot more than that. And there's 4 of us there, and we were just going, how can it get all this information? Because that was the day before, not now. Hey? Oh, it was weird, that, and it was just one of those strange things that happened. Anyway, so, that was in the middle of the TV. That's behind yous.
Yeah.
Are the children here? Do you want to come forward? Come and say hello to these 3 girls. They're going to give you the names now. In a minute.
Claire.
Oh my God. You've got Claire.
That's where we keep the phones off, people.
That
That would have come off anyway, even if my phone was off.
Oh, was it? Is it
Yeah, it's
an alarm?
Sorry.
I hate the ones all go. You got I bet you've got one of them set, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got a bit.
Oh God.
Nothing's happened again.
What a time for that to
Like
happen.
last
I know.
It's like that, go downstairs and get some crap.
Right, so what we've got Claire,
Emma.
Emma
Jen.
and Jen. So now you know who the 3 girls are. Can you come and tell them who you are? Or go and poke them in the back and torment them? Sorry. Go and play games with them, make them jump. Sorry?
I'm just getting a feel. I've got cold, isn't it?
Did you hear somebody talking then over there?
I heard something.
Did you hear something then?
Something bad. But it wasn't calls.
That was.
That looks fun. Isn't that standing over there?
No, but your mate on the end for me with his hood up looks like the Grim Reaper.
Yeah. Come on, come forward, let's say hello. See, really, this is perfect for kids to live in.
Yeah.
Keeps them dry and warm.
But you could never try and escape neither because look how high we are.
Yeah.
And look how, but they would have to go right the way down.
Yeah, they couldn't do it, could they?
No. Now at that time, the middle floor where the squares cut out, that didn't exist, so it would have been one big floor. Like.
Yeah. Do we have a gentleman in here now? A little small man? A nasty little small man. Come forward.
Come towards me. Let's see if you can pull up with me. Not many people can.
My advice, stay back there.
Picking up on anything that's your mail and sour.
I just saw a light up there.
You've picked up on that as well.
Right on that beam there.
Yeah.
The beam nearest us. There was a flash up there. It floats.
Yeah.
Some kills.
And the birds.
It is, isn't it?
Outward headphones. Emma? No, you're Emma. Emily?
Well,
Where are you now? Are you still where you are?
yeah. Doing two is not in
Have you put anything over your face?
there. No.
No, it's not.
Alright. Don't even do that.
No, do you know what it is? And the girl next to it is white.
Yeah.
She looks like a dark person.
Yeah.
Like Indian.
Stop it, 'cause I'm going to start crying or something.
No,
Do
I
you
don't.
want me? Sorry.
No, it's alright, it's just what we can see, there's nothing.
Dark.
Can you see it then?
Black.
Yeah.
I look black or
Can
she
you see
looks
it?
black? I look black. Well,
Emily?
don't come near me then.
No, seriously.
Doesn't cost you a penny, that girl. I'd take it. Yeah. You, despair. It's all going off here, isn't it?
That's really weird that before you both look, your complexions were exactly the same.
That's scary, that.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Weird.
Who looks black?
I'm going to go and
You
stand
go.
over there then.
Yeah, go on.
Right.
Just be
Yeah,
careful
man.
where
No,
you're
you're alright, I'm
standing.
going to stand over there.
Oh, that's good.
No, you're alright. Yeah, you're alright. Yeah, stand back, I'll come stand here.
Just the light.
She did say there's light in this, so that light is she's as bright as anything.
You're a bit forward.
Just come forward slowly. So I'm going to stand here, you're alright anyway. It's alright, it's just...
What was that movie?
That's some seagull, that. Steamed seagull, sorry.
Oh, God.
I know. I'll cut it out the recording, okay? No, I won't. Does anybody want to go and sit down on the chair? When it goes? Yeah.
It's like
You seem to be getting a lot of
the roof's really active.
quite light.
Sorry.
Sounds like a gorilla.
I think it may be
Yeah.
Yeah, it's outside then.
So I'm giving it a half. What's that?
He's either been projectiling sick or he's having a shag, isn't he?
That's a bleep I'll have to do now then.
Hey?
I'll have to bleep that now.
Yeah. Again.
I'll have to have a...
Hair. That's right. It's like you're feeling something tickle on your face. It wasn't that. It felt like something got pressed against your leg.
Oh, fantastic. Did it scare you?
No, not really.
There you go. See,
Could be.
you're getting all
Children.
enjoying it now.
So the flash in there now.
It can't be a plane or anything because we can't hear one, can we? There'd be no lights flashing off a plane, would there?
It'd be too high because you've got to be a certain height coming over Liverpool.
supposed to be a certain height.
They're not
For
to-
our place coming over to Liverpool, but
Planes are not allowed to
quite
go
low
right.
over our end.
Planes are not allowed to go across Liverpool. You've got to go down along the Mersey.
Yeah, they come over our place and then down the Mersey.
Because when you come into the runway, you've got to go down the Mersey and then turn into Liverpool Airport.
Mm.
And that's just in case. Is there anybody up here with us now? Any of the children? Trying to come and play?
You know, you're making an effort to show us you're here by these flashes that we're seeing. Could you try a little bit harder and come into the circle in front of us here and let us see what you look like? Let's see how pretty you are.
There's no one in this room you need to hide from at all. That's me. Nervous, isn't she?
My mum's got me like that.
Understandable. You used to be alright still on the floor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. Is that you crunching on the glass?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to try.
Got a cold, Jonathan? You need to get over it quick this way.
No, I'm not.
You long now, will they?
You want to come and talk to us? Come and play? Everybody who's in this room are not going to harm you in any way. They're all friends. That's the beef floor underneath.
My face is starting to get cold now.
You're trying to talk to Emma? Am I right?
Can I ask something? Is this the full width of the building from this wall to that one?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
It seems a lot
It doesn't
smaller.
look that big, does
No.
it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no hidden room over there. No, it doesn't, does it? That's what's clicked in my head then.
Is it because it's a loft and it goes, the apex goes down like that, making it look smaller? Or?
No, it's
No,
not
the
way.
width-wise, sorry, length.
Or are you talking?
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were talking.
Oh yeah, I saw that, yeah. You go downstairs, right? Not to the next floor, but the floor's down, it goes back further.
What's to do is measure it. My knee.
But you know, then, Princess Drive, L8, is it Princess Drive? Down there, you know what I mean? She used to live down there and stuff. And even the houses on like Catherine Street down there.
Yeah.
For the slaves who they had working for them, they had like back quarters, back staircases, so they couldn't be seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this could be the same because of, you've got that there. And what's weird then is you got a fireplace there and a fireplace down there. So was this cut into two?
Maybe so.
Because if you look, you've got 1, 2, 3 windows, haven't you? 4 windows. Are they originals?
Which in the roof?
Yeah.
Not
No.
this guy, I think.
No.
Right, okay.
So it would have been dark in here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like candles. It's a shame you can't knock a little hole through that wall at some point, just to find out what's there.
What they do down, I believe that this building is linked to Cash Studios, which is just on the back
Yeah.
in a different street. Apparently there's a hidden tunnel and it goes from
Right.
Ah.
and that was a big warehouse as well.
Whereabouts the hidden tunnel is there?
It's apparently it's in where the cellar bar is, where the actual stuff, the bar cellar, if you like.
Oh, it's supposed to be, is it behind where the fridge or the mirror used to be?
Apparently it's around there somewhere.
Yeah, I remember Frank telling us.
He says there is a hidden tunnel,
Yeah.
supposedly.
Be interesting, that, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, it comes out around Cash Studios somewhere.
So we find out all this stuff here in this conversation, aren't we?
Yeah. Well, I was watching a documentary the other day on the TV, and he was telling you about the I don't know whether you've seen it, was over 2 weeks, and he was talking about underground Britain. Did you watch it?
No.
And it was showing you there was a tunnel, and it come from Liverpool right the way down to London,
Yeah.
and then from London it went somewhere else, and they're all underground. There's about 8 or 9 different tunnels going right across the country.
Yeah, I was interested in seeing that.
Oh, it was
but I'm
brilliant.
just thinking to myself now, Jake, why would...
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
felt like I
okay.
was going to faint there.
You alright?
Yeah.
Do you want to go and sit down?
No, I'm fine.
Why
You sure?
would, it's okay.
You alright? You alright?
Just terrible.
Why would you have a rat run? Kind of escape run from
Yeah.
one building in one street to another. It's a getaway, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if someone comes knocking on ear for someone, you know, taking right off the scent
That's
and
it.
disappearing into a different street, why would you do that?
Priests. Oh,
Well,
that's
it's not just priests, it's piracy,
yeah.
black market.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah,
Trafficking, innit?
yeah.
And this was the post office. Someone just moved it. Did you just put your hand down or
Yeah.
yourself? Did you just put your hand down on that?
No, I don't think so.
Someone just moved across here then. Just caught in. You know what I'm saying to you? It's just seen something move. Whether it was my eye, I don't know.
Wasn't me putting my hand up.
No. There's loads and loads of tunnels under Merseyside. There's a
Well, most of these buildings are built on slave blood, you know what I mean? So
yeah. That was weird because she was like, I don't know whether you've seen it, Dad, or not. She just looked like an Indian, didn't she? Her face was just so dark. And that's no disrespect to that race. It's, you know, it's you just looked it.
What was that?
Sorry.
Okay.
Are your stomach too?
It is, yeah. I've not had dinner.
That was mine, and I have. You find when you do paranormal nights, we've been in places with pitch blackness, and everybody's belly starts to rumble.
We will have to look into the history of this. I don't keep saying it, but it's a sorting out sort of things a lot deeper. Maybe it just wasn't a sort of, maybe that was a cover up for something.
It's curious what this is here then.
What that?
Yeah.
That is the old pulley.
Winch, innit?
And
The old winch, yeah.
when you think of that gap between you next door and here, this must have been a post. If it was a post office, it must have been a long time before them houses next door were built. Because it's only an alleyway, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a something.
If it was a post office, it would be the perfect cover to do.
To cover stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the escape hatch. Tunnel. Like that. Guilty?
Yeah, of course it's going to be.
It would be interesting to know what was here.
Oh, I say most of these buildings, like Princess Building, Lomax Building, it was all connected to the shipping.
Mine
No. All the merchant trade.
Well, it's bound to be loads of piracy going on there.
Oh yeah, especially with the docks here.
Just as corrupt then as it is now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this building's kind of what the beaten track, if you like, because the most of it was obviously all the dealings went on round exchange flags round there. You know, so all Brunswick Street. That's the main areas. This is just off the track a little bit.
So
It's seen that we're off the track. You know,
just
so
enough to be out the way of.
exactly.
Because is it the main council officers in Liverpool City Centre? I can't remember. Haven't they got up the sides of the doors? When you look at them, it's slavery and things like that. On the sides of
Little statues.
yeah.
See what else is as well. That is the old bank on Water Street.
That's it.
Yeah, on the right hand side. That's the one that's got all the markings up here.
I know a little bit, don't I? Don't know it all. Okay, I'm going to ask if there's anybody here with us now. Want to come forward? Were you imprisoned in this room? Did you work here and live here at the same time? Come on, tell us if you have. Just seen a light over there then. I'll ask you again, did you live here? Was this your home? Was there more than one family in this room? If you could help us, we'd really appreciate it. Were you afraid of the people who owned this place? Are the children still here? Are you going to play? Do you want to come running round?
I saw a flash of mine.
Just to let you know, if you see a green one, it is on here is me recording, every now and then it'll check a green flash, but it wouldn't be bright enough to light up there. Can you copy me?
And again, did you see that again?
Can you copy me? Can you do this? I thought it was, I wasn't sure. Try again, are you ready? Really?
Yeah.
You ready? Copy me every time I tap. Come and play a game. If we crouch down. Right, can you come and tap next to me now? I'm leaning on it with my knees well. You tap now like this. How about whistling?
with you? Okay. You want to come forward? Come on, play.
What was that then?
Sounds like a
Someone
proper
really
kid.
It's the people down there, they got torches all talking.
Do you want to go down there?
We give it a try down there, yeah?
Yeah.
These are going to be rotten, the 3 girls.
Oh my god.
I'm not.
That was the loft.
Jamie and Jonathan always love to hear your spooky paranormal experiences and stories. Why not get in touch with them directly on email at info.accessparanormal@gmail.com. That's info.accessparanormal@gmail.com. Alternatively, you can leave a message on the studio mobile phone. The number is 07828 201 056. Now, Jamie and Jonathan may get back in touch, but it will be a voicemail, so if you do have anybody answer, who knows who's on the other end of the telephone line.
Well, that's Lomax,
I know.
Liverpool,
End of an era.
end of an era. But I hope everybody out there enjoyed the investigation, because we've done it over the 2 weeks, and it's been a roller coaster, hasn't it? Because we've got so many memories from there. It's fantastic, and if you talk to Jane, Liz,
Yeah.
and the group themselves, they've all got fond memories of it.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that's it. Hope everybody enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I can't believe how quick the show's gone.
I know.
I know we've got like 10 minutes left, but I mean, it's
but
it's flown over. Tonight has flown over.
It has. Really has.
So next week, who knows what we're going to put on the show, because we're not going to say nothing, are we?
Secret, that one, innit?
Yeah, only because we don't know. Listen, we ad lib all the time. It's what it's about, isn't it? Let's do this, let's do that. Let's just enjoy ourselves.
Yeah.
But one thing we haven't done,
Go on.
and we've got to do it. The lady's story we promised we put on. So what I'm going to do, Jonathan, I'm going to let you read it out.
Okay.
So let's do a quick advert, and then you can read the story out.
If you'd like to join our Facebook community, why not search for Access Paranormal Radio Podcast? There's always something very spooky going on the Access Paranormal Facebook page.
So that's how you can contact us. Please get in touch. And someone who did get in touch a little while ago, but we've had Christmas and COVID and everything else, and it was Chrissy Wood.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to read out her paranormal experience and her story that she sent. So, this is for Chrissy. It says, my paranormal experience took place quite a long time ago, and I was married back then. I was in bed, tossing and turning, and then turned over, and was facing my bedroom door that was open. All the lights were off, and the moon was shining through the bedroom window. I could make out a tall shadow figure just standing in the doorway. Now, at the time, my nana was really poorly in the home she was in, and I'd been going back and forth to sit with her. Anyway, this figure was just a black shadow, started saying in a Scottish accent, your nana, my Alice, is not ready to go yet. You've got her for a bit longer. I shot up and sat up in bed, saying, who are you? then thought it was my now ex-husband messing around and said, "Stop bloody messing around and get back to bed, will you?" My ex-hubby sat up over my shoulder from his side of the bed and asked who I was talking to. The shadow immediately disappeared. I went downstairs, sat in a chair in the lounge, no lights on, and was staring into the telly, which wasn't on. I called out and said, "Whoever or whatever you are, please go, as you're scaring me now." Then a pure white sheet of light went from the corner of my living room and out through the door again. When I spoke to my mum and dad about the situation, my mum said it sounded like it was her dad, my granddad, who I had never met, because he died before I was born. My nana made a recovery, but just over 2 weeks later she took ill again and died. I never made it in time to say goodbye, and I have never had my granddad visit me again, but whenever I have visited a psychic, my nana is always the one that comes through to me, and knew exactly who I was, and things she knew about me that no one else would know. Before this happened, I never really believed in anything paranormal, but since then I'm a true believer. And since this paranormal event happened to me, I've had other paranormal episodes that have happened since then.
Chrissy, if you want to share them stories with us, or experiences, I won't say stories, they're experiences, feel free to get in touch. You know how to contact us now, and thank you so much for sending that in to us. We really appreciate it. Again, we apologise that there was a little bit of a delay on getting it out there, but we do appreciate that one. It's weird, isn't it, that people get these and you hear these stories quite often, don't you? Where you know, sadly a grandmother died, and that's a sad thing.
It is.
But it sounds like her grandfather was there waiting for her. And we hear that a lot. And I've spoken to nurses about this, and they've turned around and said they've got into hospital bedrooms, and just before the person's passing, and you've seen things in the rooms.
It's
so
strange,
it must be like it must be
too much of a
exactly your guardian angel or a member of your family.
Too much of a coincidence, isn't it? For it to happen to so many people, for it not to be actually real. Do you know what I mean?
And that was interesting what she was saying, wasn't it? You know, it seems like he was there 2 weeks early. But he knew.
He knew it was too early.
And it's sad that a grandmother passed. But the nice thing is, there's the comfort of knowing that someone was there to greet you and welcome you into the spirit world. And that's a nice comfort. I'm hoping that you know, when my mum passed, that happened to her. My dad was there to greet her, and I'm sure it did happen. And I'm sure we all think the same.
That's it.
But again, Chrissy Wood, thanks so much for contacting us and giving us your story. We really, really do appreciate that. It was a nice story, that. It's not long to go before we finish now, is it?
I know.
I can't believe it.
I know.
And you're going to show me, what is that? What was that thing you were going to show me on? Urban Explorers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't we do so much that your mind just goes blank? Don't say a word. I'm looking at Lewis now and he's just grinning. I'm thinking, I know you're going to come up with something.
No, I'll spare you this once.
You've spared me, have you? Yeah. But in a couple of weeks' time, we're going to be getting out and about. We won't be sitting in the studio. We'll be going out and about. Daytime, nighttime, because spirits don't just hang around over nighttime. They're there in the daytime as well. As you know, people have said they've seen things. Well, anyway, it's that time. We've got to say goodbye to the listeners, and we do appreciate you listening in. And again, thanks to Chrissy Woods for the story there. And I hope you really, really enjoyed the investigations of the Lomax as well. So to Jonathan, Lewis, Lee, thanks again for coming in. We'll be back again next week. So everybody, please join us again next week here on Access Paranormal. Good night.
Good night.